friends, I'm Heidi with Healing Harvest Homestead. I'm a homesteader, I'm an aromatherapist, and I'm an herbalist. And besides being a gardener and a chicken raiser and all those other good things. But I was actually creating my special formula that I just love that helps me calm down and actually eases my high blood pressure. Now, and I thought, well, I'll share this with everybody on YouTube because why not? It's super easy and it works. I've been using this formula now for about a year and a half, and I came across it when I was searching for natural remedies to lower high blood pressure. And I found it on the NIH.gov site, that's the National Institute of Health, and it's based on a legitimate clinical study that they did back in 2012 of some women, average age of 40, so there was a range, with high blood pressure, hypertension. And the results were really good. The study group showed excellent results. And so I decided that I would make it for myself about a year and a half ago. And I've been using it on a consistent basis since then. And when I run out, which I just did, I can tell a difference when I don't use it. So even if you don't have high blood pressure, this is actually a really good formula to help you calm down, de-stress. It affects your parasympathetic nervous system in a positive way, just helps you relax. In fact, if I wake up in the middle of the night and can't get back to sleep, this is what I'm using, okay? I take my deep sleep tincture, which I have it on here on YouTube for you, right before I go to bed. But this is the first thing I try if I wake up in the middle of the night because I don't want to be sleeping hard and not wake up in the morning. So this really is helpful. What I do with this, now the study, the clinical study from 2012 was based on inhaled essential oils. And I don't have time to be up in the middle of the night inhaling essential oils because I want to get right back to sleep. If I found that if I'm awake for any length of time, I can't go back to sleep. The other thing is sometimes I'm not in a place where I can use an inhaler, although you can put some on a cotton ball and carry it with you. But I just found that having a little bit of this blend in a carrier oil is really wonderful because I can rub it on my neck, I can rub it on my chest, I rub it on my shoulders, I rub a little bit behind my ears if I feel like it, and it's really, really helpful. On top of that, it actually smells pretty good. So here's what's in it. This is a 4-ounce amber dropper bottle with a pump, and I make this at about a 3% dilution. You can go a little lower if you want. You could also probably go a little higher, but I suggest at 3%. That's what works for me. And what I've got in a 4-ounce bottle is about 80 drops of lavender essential oil. I've got 60 drops of Ylang Ylang. I'll write this in the description for you too. I've got 40 drops of marjoram. And I've got 8 little drops of neroli. Now, neroli is a precious essential oil. It's very expensive, so you need to expect that. This is a little tiny 5 milliliter bottle I got from Star West Botanicals, and I really like their oils, but it's expensive. But Star West actually has a pretty decent price, and I do like the way it smells, and so I can recommend that. Besides, it's the neroli I've been using for a long time. So what I'm going to do now that I've already put my drops in here, and you can see in this 4-ounce dropper bottle, the drops total go up to right about there on the bottom of the bottle. And I'm going to go ahead and put some carrier oil in here. Now you could use almond oil, which is really emollient and soaks into your skin quickly. Olive oil is a little heavier, but you could use that as well. But any some people like fractionated coconut oil. I happen to be one of those rare people who's allergic to coconut on my skin, so I don't, I can do soap because it rinses off. But if it's a carrier oil or if it's a butter, I don't use it. So actually, if you're ever on my website, Healing Harvest Homestead, it's likely you're not going to see any, you won't see any coconut oil skincare recipes because I can't use them. So this is calendula infused olive oil to be exact, but normally I would put almond oil, but I don't have any infused with calendula, and I've got this little bit left from making other preparations and making some soap and some lotion, so I'm going to go ahead and use it in here, and I should have enough left over for a little more lotion. Thing is, I got to be careful because there's some leftover petals at the bottom of this. If you want to find out how to infuse herbal oils, I have an article on my website that explains how to do it. And I want to just show you something too. Look how golden this oil is. Now, olive oil is green, right? And it was dark green when I started this process. But because calendula flowers have such a beautiful golden color, and because the color is one of those rare flowers where the color stays, it works really, really nicely. So I'm just going to pour this in here. I'm using a funnel. You can't really see. I didn't set the camera up really well, but I'll show you here. So what I've got, so it's easy to pour, I've got a funnel in here that fits right into the neck of the amber glass bottle, and that's all you do. Now, I'm going to go ahead and gently mix this up, and it's going to be ready for me to use. So that's all there is to it, you guys. Really easy, super simple. I love essential oils. I love my herbs. I love what you can do with them. You can literally, well, I can literally, and I think most people could too if they wanted to learn. But I take care of all of our health needs with herbs and essential oils at this point. I can't say that's always going to be the case, but I can tell you that I no longer have to use any over-the-counter. I don't use any of the over-the-counter pain medications or antibacterial thises or that's, or even hand sanitizers or any of those things. Sleep aids, nope. Nope, we make everything now with our herbs and essential oils, and they work better and we feel better. And that's just us. So anyway, you're looking at a testimonial here of a person who was able to get off of blood pressure medications using a variety of different methods, but this is one of the things I do, and I wanted to share this with you. So whether you're just generally stressed out, or you want to give this a shot and see if it works for you, always do your research on any herbs and essential oils that you use. And obviously this is not a substitute for medical advice. This is no promise of any kind of cure, diagnosis, treatment, or prevention. So be sure you talk to your doctor. But this has definitely worked for me. And I like that it was based on a clinical study that was actually done by scientists. Okay, so anyhow, I hope you guys have a really good evening. And if you've got other remedies you like to help you de-stress and maybe lessen any kind of anxious feelings you might be having, put them below, because that will help all of us, okay? Please subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.